Hey there, viewers! How often do you do laundry? Most of us have a neglected pile of dirty clothes somewhere in our house just waiting to be cleaned. The washing machine is a great invention made to clean your clothes. But how clean is your machine? Is it a place for bacteria to hide? How do you clean a washing machine, and how often should you do it? We're gonna answer all this and more in today's video. We all want to be more energy efficient and reduce our carbon footprint, but is there a cost to your health? When talking about washing machines, the newer models are built to be more energy efficient. This often means using cold water to wash your clothes or using water that isn't as hot as the older machines would produce. This is where the problems all began, and where the discussion began about bacteria hiding in your washing machine. There was a news story back in 2012 to 2013 where 13 newborns in a German children's hospital were all found to be carrying a strain of antibiotic-resistant bacteria called Klebsiella oxytoca, or KO for short. The fact that this bacteria is antibiotic resistant means that it's known as a superbug and isn't something you want to catch, especially if you're a newborn. Fortunately, in this case, the infants were not actually infected with the KO, just exposed. KO is normally found in your gut and can cause wound, lung, and urinary tract infections. It can even be more serious for those who have low-functioning immune systems, like newborn babies. The fact that this happened in a hospital is even more concerning. When the cause of the exposure was investigated, it was discovered that the hospital's laundry was to blame. Their clean laundry. This particular hospital had a machine that was meant for household laundry and not any kind of industrial brand. So it's likely it was just like the one you have at home. Once they got rid of that particular washing machine, the bacteria was eliminated. So the cause was believed to be the machine itself. We're not trying to scare you, we're just painting a picture of how harmful a bacteria-filled washing machine can be. The most harmful spot on the washing machine was believed to be that rubber lining in the door that isn't exposed to the full heat of the machine. Instead, this part of the washer can sit in a moist, humid environment that's perfect for developing bacteria and passing it along to you on your clean clothes. Other types of bacteria that you want to avoid is E. coli, which grows quite well on towels, KO, which we mentioned earlier, and Salmonella. These can all cause pneumonia, skin infections, cramps, nausea and vomiting, and more for those with weaker immune systems. Experts have mixed opinions when it comes to the level of concern you should have about the kind of bacteria living in your washing machine. For one thing, that news story we told you earlier took place in a hospital, where there are different and more lethal kinds of bacteria floating around. It should also be noted that people can be exposed to bacteria without any infection resulting from the exposure. On the flip side, some experts believe that because the more modern, energy-efficient washing machines wash your clothes at a lower temperature, this could allow certain bacteria to survive the washing cycle and spread around the machine during the rinse cycle. Because household machines don't sterilize your clothes, bacteria are bound to be lurking in the rubber parts around the door and possibly elsewhere. Generally, cold water is encouraged to clean your clothes and it saves you money. So most people use the cold cycle. Studies suggest that 60 degrees Celsius or 140 degrees Fahrenheit is considered hot water and will kill any pathogenic bacteria. Anything below 80 degrees Fahrenheit is considered cold water. Like we mentioned earlier, E. coli grows well on towels, and to really get towels clean, you've got to use hot water. Even bleach loses its effectiveness in cold water. Kinda gross, right? So the big question is, should you be worried about this bacteria? Yes, there's a lot of bacteria living in your machine, possibly gross ones like E. coli, but it's pretty rare that any of it will cause you harm or get you sick. But this doesn't mean you can't take steps to ensure that your clothes are truly clean, especially if you're a new parent or are taking care of an elderly person or parent. This means washing your washer. Germs will hang out in the lining of your washing machine, especially when you've washed something like towels. It might seem counterintuitive, but washing your machine once a month or so can help your family reduce the chances of getting sick. So, how do you wash a washing machine? There's no machine for that. Looks like you're gonna have to wash it by hand. One clear indicator that you might need to wash your machine is if you notice a funky smell. Laundry can soil your machine. Detergent and hard water minerals can build up, and yes, even mold and mildew can live in there. So here's how to clean it. Front-loading washer. Here's what you'll need: white vinegar, a spray bottle, microfiber cloth, and baking soda. Step 1. Clean the gasket. Before you do anything, you need to clean out the gasket. That's the rubber lining in the front part of your washing machine before you get to the drum inside. Sometimes stuff collects there during a load, so make sure you empty it out. You should probably check this before you do any load of laundry from now on. Sometimes there are holes behind the gasket, and you want to clear any hair or dirt that might be covering those as well. Then take your spray bottle and fill it with some white vinegar and spray the rubber gasket. Wipe clean with a damp cloth. Don't worry if the rubber part has bent down a bit when you were cleaning it, it'll go back to normal in a minute. Step 2. Clean the drum. The drum is the part that your clothes go into. To clean this bit, set your machine to the hottest setting possible. Then pour 2 cups of white vinegar into the detergent dispenser. Run a full cycle. When this is done, add 1/2 cup of baking soda directly into the drum of the washer, not the dispenser. Run another complete cycle on the hottest setting. When this cycle is complete, take your cloth and wipe the inside of the drum clean. If you want bonus points, you can take that same cloth and wipe the outside of the washer and all the buttons too. Top-loading washer. Here's what you'll need: white vinegar, a spray bottle, microfiber cloth and baking soda, and a toothbrush. This is a great way to repurpose an old toothbrush you don't use anymore. Cleaning your washer. Set your washing machine to the hottest and highest level. Add 4 cups of white vinegar to the wash cycle and start the machine. Once the machine is going, pause the cycle and let the mixture sit for an hour. You can open the washer and dip your cloth into the hot mixture, be careful not to burn yourself on the hot water, and clean the outside of the washer while you're waiting. During this time, you can also dip the old toothbrush into the water and use it to clean the dispensers. After about an hour, let the wash cycle finish. Once that cycle is done, open the washer and add in 1 full cup of baking soda. Run another hot wash cycle just like before. Once that cycle is completed, you can take your cloth and wipe the inside of the tub clean, and remove any remaining scum. Another tip you can use to avoid spreading germs, especially in the winter when we're confined to our houses more often, is to avoid hugging your dirty laundry. We don't mean hugging it in the normal tense, we mean the style you choose to carry it to the washer. Hugging your clothes might pass along certain bacteria you don't want, and you could increase your chances of getting sick. Instead, use that basket your mom gave you for Christmas and try washing your hands much more often. For more ways to avoid getting sick, check out our video called "This is what happens to your body when you get a cold." And for more natural ways to feel better, check out our clip called "Try these medically approved natural remedies for your cold." When it comes to drying your clothes, some experts say that the most effective way to get your clothes completely germ-free is to forego the dryer altogether and use the sun. There have been studies done that show sunlight and ultraviolet light kills bacteria and viruses. Not to mention the sun can penetrate glass and kill stale bacteria in any room. So open those windows and let the sun shine in. When it comes to cleaning your clothes, whenever possible, skip the dryer and use the old-fashioned clothesline to dry your freshly washed clothes from your freshly washed washing machine. Have you ever cleaned your washing machine? Do you hate doing laundry? Let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait, what kind of bestie are we if we don't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video and enjoy.